This is video number 4 for the Math 8-9 Honors course offered at OKM Secondary. This video focuses on topic 4.7, surface area of a right cylinder. Please note that you will be needing a scientific calculator. Just a reminder that the bases of a right cylinder are two congruent circles. The curved surface of a cylinder is a rectangle when laid flat. Two circles and a rectangle make the shape of a cylinder. Use the following diagrams to help with numbers 4 and 5. The width of the rectangle is equal to the height of the cylinder. Just drawing your attention to that fact. The length of the rectangle is equal to the circumference of the base of the cylinder. The circumference, which is also the length, is that distance around. The following formulas are required. The area of a circle is pi r squared, r being the radius. Area of the rectangle on the cylinder's net is 2 pi r h, r being radius and h being the height. Since there are two circles and one rectangle that make up a cylinder, the formula for the surface area of a cylinder is surface area of a cylinder equals 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Find the surface area of the cylinder. Leave your answer in terms of pi. We see in our diagram that the radius of the circle is 8 centimeters. The height is 11 centimeters. We can substitute these values into the equation, into the formula for surface area of a cylinder. Replace r with brackets, and inside the brackets 8 plus 2 pi and 2 more sets of brackets, substituting for r again with 8, and for the height 11. 2 times pi times 8 squared. Just a note, 8 squared is the same as 8 times 8, which gives us 64. So 2 times pi times 64 plus 2 times pi and 8 times 11 is times 88. We can now calculate the 2 times 64 and 2 times the 88. 2 times 64 is 128 times pi, and 2 times 88 is 176 times pi. 128 pi's plus 176 pi's gives us 304 pi's to the square centimeter. This is now the surface area of that cylinder in terms of pi. You could also be prompted to round your answer to the nearest tenth. We would multiply 304 times pi. We can use our scientific calculator. a scientific calculator. I have a program that allows me to use a graphing calculator, which has these scientific calculator capabilities. You do not, however, need a graphing calculator. For me to be able to access pi on this particular calculator, as you can see right here above this button, or below the clear button, the symbol pi. Second function, and then to access the pi button, or the pi value, I will hit that button there, and you can see that pi appears on my screen. I will click on enter or equals, and this value for pi is stored in this calculator's memory. I will now hit multiply, and I'll type in 304, enter or equals, and we see that this shows 955.04416667. We are asked to round to the nearest tenth, so 1 decimal. The number, or the digit next to the 0, is less than 5. So using appropriate rounding rules, this 4 does not bump that 0 into a 1, so your answer would be 955.0. centimeters squared. This is an approximate value, so I'll put a dot above the equal sign. This symbol represents approximately. Or approximate. I need to clarify that for your test, you will not be provided with a scientific calculator. Because of that, you will not be prompted on your test to find surface area to the nearest tenth. You will be asked, however, to show your answer in terms of pi. For the purposes of these notes and the assignment you will work on, you need to know both methods. What happens if the diameter of a circle is given instead of its radius? So let's say this diameter is 12 centimeters. Well, to get the radius, you would have to cut the diameter in half. And a half of 12 is 6 centimeters. You would divide the diameter by 2. A manufacturer produces a can with the height of 7 centimeters and the diameter of 5 centimeters. What is the surface area of the label? Whenever we're given a word problem without a diagram, it's important that we sketch one ourselves. We're given the diameter is 5 centimeters. Remember, our formula for the surface area of a cylinder provides us with radius. So we'll have to divide the diameter in half. The height of the label, or of the can, is 7 centimeters. So for part A, surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi rh. Another thing that we should be aware of when we read the question very carefully, it's asking what is the surface area of the label. This does not include the top and bottom of the can. The These are the two circles. And this is the curved area. For the purposes of number 10, we would remove the two circles from the formula. We only require 2 pi r h, which would give us the surface area of the label of the cylinder. Radius is 2.5, height is 7. 2.5 times 7 is 17.5. We will multiply the 2 and the 17.5 and we would have 35 pi centimeters squared. In terms of pi, this is the surface area of the label. Therefore, the surface area of the can's label Part B, we're prompted to round our answer to the nearest tenth or 1 decimal place. We then multiply 35 times pi using our calculators. We have 109.955 ... rounded to 1 decimal place. We see that this 5 bumps the 9 to a 0. That bumps that 9 to a 0, and that 0 to a 1. A trickle-down effect takes place. This becomes 110.0 centimeters squared. Part C, round our answer to the nearest square centimeter. 110 square centimeters. This concludes video number 4. You may now proceed to your assignment. Thank you.